Hello, everyone. My name is Professor Jessica Tancredi, and I will be your instructor for English 1A for this fast track 8-week English 1A course at Chaffey College this semester. Let's jump right in. This is the home page of our class here on Canvas. You can see that we have week one listed. Today is Monday, January 12th, and week one, in my class, I count weeks from Monday to Monday. So week one goes from Monday, January 12th to Monday, January 19th. There are some important bullet points here. So each week when you log in, or anytime you log in, you should be clicking on this weekly page link. You need to read through the entire weekly page to know the week's schedule readings and assignments due. This to-do list that you will see over on the right-hand side will not tell you everything that you need to read or do for the week because unless I specifically designate it as an assignment, if I'm just asking you to read something or to do something, it won't show up here. You have to click on the weekly page link, okay? Please also make sure that you watch these weekly videos for in-depth explanations of assignments and important information. Please make sure that you're watching the videos before you send me a message or email asking a question because I probably have already answered your question in that video. And then down below is just my contact information. So you can always reach me easily through the Canvas inbox. You can also email me directly. And I do have a Chaffey voicemail number if you ever need to call and leave a message. However, I do not really check that very often. So Canvas inbox or email is the best way to reach me. I do try my best to respond, weekdays within 24 hours. Usually it's a lot sooner. Weekends might be a little bit longer. I do have three younger children, and I'm also 7 months pregnant right now. So you can pray that the baby doesn't come early because if she comes too early, we're still going to be in class. So she's not due until March 19th. So we have some time, some leeway there. This class ends March 6th. So, anyway, just all that to say that, I have a busy life outside of my teaching responsibilities too. So, your graciousness and patience is appreciated. All right, back up here, we have a link to the syllabus and books page, quick links and resources. So let's take a quick look at each of these. Here on the syllabus and books page, you're going to find a link to the syllabus, which you should have also received a link through your email, the welcome email that I sent out over the weekend. And in this video, I walk through the syllabus. There may be some slight changes since I last recorded this video, but basically it's all the same information. There is some secret hidden, what I call an Easter egg somewhere in the syllabus. If you find that and follow the directions, you can get some extra credit points. You do not need to purchase any books for this class. All of the reading that we're going to be doing will be provided through direct links to our OER textbook called English Composition 1 by Lumen Learning. Or I might have open, what's the word I'm looking for here? I'm blanking on the word. Open source in the public domain. There it is. Sources in the public domain that I will link through like PDFs or other web links. So nothing that you need to purchase. However, it's important that you should know that some homework assignments, readings, will require you to annotate or take notes on the readings or the videos. There are several different options for you that I go into more detail in this active reading assignment, which is due this first week. But some students do choose to purchase like annotation apps. So if you have like an iPad or even a smartphone, you can purchase or use certain apps that will help you to easily annotate web pages and PDFs. So some students choose to do that. So that might be something that you want to look into. All right, quick links here. These are just some important links for the class. The communication plan, which you are supposed to read this week. My office hours, I am still waiting to hear from the department on scheduling my office hours. So I will be updating this and I will let you know when it is updated. However, if there is a time where you would like to meet with me privately, one-on-one, you can always send me a message or email and we can set that up and I can meet you on Zoom. And of course, you can just ask me questions through email or the Canvas inbox anytime. All of these videos will be posted to a playlist on my YouTube channel, which I will put there on my homepage. This is just a link. There's nothing here right now, but there will be the playlist for this class available there. My website, for a couple assignments for this class, I link to articles that I have written for you to read or resources there for you to consult. And then we have just links to some of the larger, more important assignments like the essays, link to MLA resources, the Success Center activity assignments. You can also click on this to learn more about the Success Center activities, links to extra credit, and then just a few miscellaneous links here. All right, back to the homepage. If we click on resources, there are several resources listed here for MLA formatting, writing, grammar, research papers. The Success Center has some great resources. Library has great resources. Specifically for online classes in Canvas, there are some resources here for you. And then down below, there are some resources for Chaffey College as a whole. And you can feel free to look through all of these different resources. We also have over here the Canvas global menu. You can't really see, but this says student support. So this is the student support hub where you can access a lot of different resources there as well. Okay, so that's pretty much it for navigation on the home page. Now, when you come in, you're probably going to bypass most of that stuff and you're just going to click on the weekly page. So every week you will have assignments due Friday and Monday. The weekly video will be here. Please note that the default videos on all of these pages are from summer 2025 when I taught the 8-week English 1A class then. But I will be most weeks recording a new video for you and posting that. However, I generally don't get a chance to record those videos until Monday afternoons or evenings. So if you're logging in earlier in the day on Mondays, or you're trying to get ahead, you're welcome to watch the videos from the summer. Okay, so basically what I do is I list the date. This is what you've got to do before Friday. So you need to kind of just go through this list one by one. Watch the Welcome Week 1 video, read the syllabus, or watch the syllabus video, find the Easter egg, and submit extra credit if you would like to. That is optional. You need to read this page called Your Guide to the Success Center. That's going to tell you what you need to do. So for all English 1A students at Chaffey College, you are required to complete 3 activities through the Success Center throughout the term. Sorry, I should just say the term, not summer term. So please read that page just to get a sense for what you're going to have to do. And you can go ahead and work on the first Success Center requirement if you would like to get a head start. Sometimes the appointments fill up quickly, so I would recommend making a plan for that and decide what you would like to do for your first activity. One other thing, I'm going to take a quick break right here. One other thing that I wanted to mention is that we have a PAL for our class. So a PAL is like a designated tutor from the Success Center for this class. So her name is Esmeralda, and she's we're both kind of getting everything in order with all of the PAL stuff. So you'll be hearing from her very soon, and I will provide some more information about how to contact her. But essentially, she will be holding weekly sessions to support you with different assignments for this class. She will be holding a session this week. I'm not sure exactly what day or time yet, where she's going to go through the Success Center activities. So if you have any questions about that, I would highly recommend that you attend one of those sessions. She will also be available for tutoring. So one of your assignments for each essay is to receive tutoring. So you will be able to receive tutoring directly from her, as well as other Success Center tutors if you choose to, or if she's not available during, your availability does not match up. Um, and she will just be posting some helpful things for you each week, but more to come about that. Okay, next up is the communication plan. This is basically just how I will contact you, how you can contact me, and how you will be in contact with your classmates. The Canvas student app, this is kind of the first thing you need to do, submit. So you need to download the Canvas student app on your smartphone or on your you know, iPad. It is free. You can submit a screenshot here to this assignment. Many of you have already done this. If you don't have a smartphone for any reason, I do have a lot of dual enrollment students who, maybe don't have a smartphone yet. So please just send me a comment or message and let me know, and I will waive that assignment for you. All right, next up is the Canvas profile picture. So over here on the left-hand side, if you see a little gray person figure, that means that you need to upload a picture. So you don't have to upload a picture of yourself necessarily, although I would love to see your face and put a face to your name. But it can be just anything that you feel best represents you, or, kind of like a zoomed out picture of yourself is fine too. But please put something here so that I don't just see a sad little gray person figure. You don't need to submit anything. I will just kind of go through and check and see if there's a picture there and give you credit. Next is the active reading assignment. So let's take a look at this. Please make sure, especially for an online class, where I am not, actively instructing everything, please make sure you read carefully all of the things on the pages, all of the instructions, every heading, every paragraph, every bullet point. All of those things are here for a reason. They're here to help you, they're here to support you, they're here to teach you, guide you, etc. So please take your time and carefully read everything. So it says here there are 5 sections to this page. Please read each section, including all of these infographics, watch any videos, and then you're going to answer the questions at the very end and upload your answers to those questions for credit. So number 1, what is active reading? Number 2, how to annotate. Number 3, how to take notes. And number 4, how to complete and submit annotations. And then some self-reflection questions here. Okay, so read through all of that, watch it, and answer those questions and submit. And then finally, you just need to read the prompt for essay 1. So this is not due yet. You're just getting familiar with this assignment, seeing what it's all about and what you have to do. So the assignment is described here. Again, read through everything carefully, take your time. The format and length are listed here, and some questions to get you started so you can start thinking about this. And then there is the rubric below for you to look and see how you will be graded. Okay, so that's everything for this Friday. You need to do all of that before Friday at midnight. Generally, there will not be this many things for you to do each week. It's just, the first week, there's lots of kind of little things that I have to get out of the way, and to make sure that I tell you and share with you before we can really get into everything. I also wanted to note that this is a fast track class. So it's 8 weeks long, and 8 weeks goes by really fast. And I really, really encourage you to do your best to manage your time wisely and stay on top of all of the assignments because it's very easy to get behind. And in a fast track class, it's also very difficult to get caught back up because it just goes so fast. So if you are struggling with the pace of the class, keeping up, if you start missing assignments, if you feel like, you're overwhelmed, please reach out to me. Send me a message, send me an email. Let me know, that you're struggling, and I am always happy to work with students. I want you all to be successful and pass this class. So please reach out to me and let me know what's going on. Um, if you end up needing to drop the class, please pay attention to the drop dates that are on the syllabus and linked in the academic calendar because that's important for your transcripts. And yes, so just don't hesitate to communicate with me, okay? All right, next, due Monday, next Monday, January 19th before midnight. Okay, so these are our first real reading assignments. We have the Preface to Collected Essays by Aldous Huxley, Once More to the Lake by E.B. White, and then this discussion. So let's take a look here. This first reading is just a couple pages that are the preface to Aldous Huxley's collection of essays. Aldous Huxley, you may know this name. He's the author of Brave New World. That's his most famous, well-known book. And he talks about what makes a good essay, and that a great essay exists in this three-poled frame of reference, right? Where there's like three things that this essay does to make it great. So, you're going to be reading this. There are going to be several references to people and written works that you are not familiar with. Just kind of gloss over that and just try to get a general sense for what he's saying and identify those three poles that he refers to. All right, next is a personal narrative. So essay one is a personal narrative. This is an example of a personal narrative written by E.B. White, who you may know if you've ever read Charlotte's Web or Stuart Little or Trumpet of the Swan or seen those movies. He talks about his trip to the lake. So you're going to read this, pay attention to how he uses specifically sensory details and descriptive language to kind of create this world and kind of immerse the reader in his experience. You're also going to be noting if and how E.B. White touches on these three poles of reference that Huxley describes in the previous reading. So we're going to be connecting these two readings. And then the discussion is going to be centered around both of those. So you need to make sure you've read both of those, annotated, submitted your annotations or notes. Sorry, let me go back here. So you need to actively read this essay by either annotating or taking notes, then submit your annotations or notes here. I've also included an audio version of this essay. I really like to listen and have my eyes on the page at the same time. I just find that like multi-sensory input helps me to stay focused and not get distracted, which can be easy when you're reading. It's easy to get distracted. So if you're one of those people who thinks you might be easily distracted reading this as well, you can listen to the audio version and see if that helps you. All right. So read both of those things, submit your annotations or notes, and then you're going to answer these questions in one post and submit that before midnight on Monday, January 19th. Then by Friday, January 23rd, you need to reply to two classmates. So please review the requirements here. Your responses should not just be like, oh, great job, I agree. Or yeah, I thought that too, right? You need to have some substance to your responses, say something meaningful, say, several sentences. Um, Go a little bit deeper with your replies. Okay. All right. Now, if we come back to week one, down at the bottom, I will always link to the next week and the previous week. Week two is already published. However, this video is, as I mentioned before, from summer 2025. But pretty much everything that you're going to be doing is the same as it was in the summer. So if you would like to work ahead, you're welcome to take a look here and start preparing for the next assignments to come. We also have, so for the Success Center activities, attending a PAL session also qualifies you for completing a Success Center activity. I don't think I mentioned that earlier, but there it is. It's also described here in the assignment itself. And you can click on these, learn more about each one of them here. All right. Yes, I think that's pretty much it. So, get acquainted with the class, and all of the things that you have to do. Don't get overwhelmed. I know it's a little bit overwhelming at first because it just looks like a lot to do. But you'll be just fine, I promise. So, please reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns, and I will see you all next week. All right. Bye.